How would you like to be able to date 2, 3, 4, even 5 high quality women every single month consistently? Well, we call this the playboy lifestyle. And that's when you truly have an abundance of beautiful women in your life. Imagine having several beautiful women competing for you and wanting to be a girlfriend. Wouldn't that be great? And even if you want to have a monogamous relationship someday, you have to date a bunch of ones first. In order to find a good one, you need to date a bunch of ones first. Because if not, then you'll come from a place of scarcity, okay? A lot of guys get entangled in very toxic relationships. And look at the divorce rates. Most men are relying on luck. They have no clear strategy, no process. They're just like a leaf in the wind. You see, most men have some strategy for other areas of their lives. Maybe it's for going to the gym. They have a precise workout training. Maybe it's for investing their money in the stock market. They look at the markets regularly. Maybe it's for business. They have precise workflows. But when it comes to dating, they have absolutely no idea what they're doing. And listen, the dating world has changed. Now with social media and dating apps, women are more picky and discerning than ever. A hot girl nowadays can receive unlimited attention every day from guys all over the world, liking their pictures, following them, buying them gifts. And now women only go for the best. And if you were born in the 1970s, you could be a pretty average guy and you could get a pretty decent woman, a pretty beautiful woman, because they wouldn't have access instantly to other quality men all over the world. But now with social media and dating apps, women have access instantly to top tier males all over the world. So they only pick the best. Now, as I said, a beautiful woman can connect with a millionaire on Instagram and he can fly her out instantly to get on a yacht in Dubai. And if you want the top tier women, you need to engage in elite practices. What worked before won't work nowadays. And if you don't have the right systems and practices that I'm going to show you, you'll simply be left out with the crumbs and you're going to settle for average. Let me tell you a secret. Women desperately want to be with men that other women desire and other men admire. Women want a man with options. A man who has the ability to attract and date new women consistently is a man with options. And men with options are extremely attractive to beautiful women. And there's a great quote by James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits. And he said, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." Gentlemen, my name is Limo, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you how myself and my clients have used predictable systems in order to attract and date high quality women every single month consistently, and how you can do the same today. I'm also going to share with you, number 1, the Playboy trifecta, the 3 things that elite Playboys have and that other men don't. Number 2, the 2 biggest mistakes 99% of men are making when it comes to attracting high quality women. And finally, number 3, the exact proven system to attract and date at least 3 high quality women within the next 8 weeks. And these are the exact same systems and strategies that I've used and that my clients have used to go from barely attracting women and having almost 0 dates to having an abundant lifestyle filled with quality women. So a lot of people come up to me and ask me, Limo, were you always good with women? Well, as you can see on the left here, that's a picture of me at the age of 15 years old. And as you can tell by my body language, I was a pretty nice guy teenager. I was pretty decent, pretty good looking, but I wouldn't know how to attract the girls I truly liked. I was getting friend zoned all the time. And this is another picture of me on the right. That was in my first year of college. And same thing, I was pretty social, but I wouldn't know how to truly attract the woman I truly liked. And, after years of taking action, years of investing in myself, years of going out, I've cracked the code. And I've been able now to just travel the world, build businesses. And I'm currently dating some of the most beautiful women in the world. And over the past few years, I've had the honor and privilege to work with some of the most ambitious men on the planet. And these men are ruthlessly committed to 2 things. Number 1, living life on their own terms and constantly building their value. And number 2, having an extraordinary dating life and a strong social network. So if you're a man who's ambitious and committed to having a lifestyle of absolute freedom filled with quality women, then you're absolutely in the right place and you're going to love what I'm about to share with you. And here's one of my clients, Ayman. He's from Belgium, he's a renowned surgeon. And before starting to work with me, his dating life was almost inexistent. And now, He dates over, 3 quality girls every month, and that's just his baseline now. And here's another one, Lars. He's from Copenhagen. He's a young hustler. He's building his business. And before working together, he just broke up with his girlfriend. So he was desperate to really, craft a new dating life. And after working together for a couple of weeks, he started dating, some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in his city. And now he's dating more than 5 quality women every month. And that's also his baseline. And here's another one, Jay, from the US. He's a businessman, he's a consultant. And before working together, he just went through a divorce. And he had, he's a single father. He has, a little daughter. And he had almost no dating life. And after a couple of weeks of putting in the work and really rewiring his mindset and taking action, he started dating women consistently. And now he has a devoted girlfriend. And, I'm telling you this because I see these transformations happening every month. And it really illustrates the power of engaging in the right systems and practices. And if they can do it, you can do it too. Everything is attainable when you have the right mentors and you engage in the right actions. Now, before we start, I just want to ask you to turn off your notifications, close your other tabs, because this video can potentially change the course of your life forever. So now, let's get into it. What are the top 3 things that elite playboys have and that other men don't? Well, the first one is a strong character. Having a strong character mostly comes from having a strong purpose. Most guys have a very foggy vision. They're not clear about what kind of men they are, what kind of life they want to live, what kind of partners they want to attract. And having a weak vision disempowers them, and it makes the discomfort of talking to a beautiful girl very incongruent. And the best playboys on earth have absolutely no anxiety at all when they talk to beautiful girls, because they have an unshakable frame. They know exactly who they are, they know exactly what they want, and they just get it. Playboys build their value every day because they know who they want to be, and they engage in consistent daily actions that will get them there. When you have a strong purpose, your frame becomes so strong that women are naturally drawn to you. Having a strong purpose and using the systems that we've developed has been the key factor for me achieving spectacular results early on in my life. These are some pictures of me when I had no purpose. I was caught up in some dead-end jobs, and I was just an average student in university. I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. I didn't know what I wanted to achieve. And after having some clarity about that, I started reading a lot of books. I started going to seminars. I started to find answers to who I truly am and what kind of potential I can truly have. And that gave me the fuel to actually start multiple businesses, that have scaled to multiple 6 figures, from watch brands to, bracelet brands. And, now with Higher Self Circle, I'm helping men all over the world with this consulting brand. And I'm telling you this not to brag, but to tell you that when you get some clarity about who you are and what you want, and you have, a roadmap to get there, everything is attainable. Now, the other thing is an attractive vibe. That's the second thing. And the reason why most men fail at creating genuine connections with women they've just met is because they don't know how to operate at their level. They don't know what to say, they don't know how to say it, and they just don't know how to seduce them. And having an attractive vibe comes from an elite understanding of female psychology and communication. Let me tell you a quick story. This is a picture of me at the age of 16 years old. And I was actually dating one of the hottest girls in my high school. And I gotta admit, it was purely by luck. I was super anxious around her. I didn't know what to do or what to say to keep her attracted. And guess what? She dumped me after 2 weeks. And that really broke my heart. I was really devastated. And that happened because I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know what I know now. And it gave me the fuel to invest in myself really early on in my life. At the age of 18 years old, I've invested all my money into one of the most underground seduction expert on the planet. And now he's not doing this anymore. He's doing some real estate. He's a millionaire. But that gave me a roadmap to what I had to improve and the blind spots that I had. And since then, I've invested over 50K in mentors, coaches, high performance trainers for all areas of my life. And once you learn communication and female psychology at a high level, you'll know exactly what to say, you'll know exactly how to say it, and you'll know how to attract and date beautiful women consistently. And this will work anywhere. Human nature doesn't change. I have a client from Palestine, and even that guy who's in Palestine was able to go on several instant dates with conservative women. And pretty much everywhere in the world, my clients have been getting extraordinary results, whether in US, in Canada, in Europe, in Australia, everywhere. And I've actually been traveling the world, teaching this on several boot camps, several seminars, and it works everywhere. And that works no matter your looks, no matter how much money you have, no matter how old you are, this works. Of course, those things help, but what truly matters is your game, your frame, and your state of mind. If you have those, if you know what to do, you know how to do it, you're gonna get results. And here's the third thing that playboys have and that other men don't, and that's a powerful network. The reason why most men never get extraordinary success with women is because they don't have leverage. They put all of their efforts into attracting just one woman, and they have to replicate the same exact process over and over. They have to go out again, approach a ton of girls, get their number, then get them to show up on a date, then get them to come to their place, and it's just the same tedious process over and over. And playboys know how to leverage three things. The first one is their social circle. They all have a social circle. I have a social circle. And that's when you already have some pre-existing women and some connections, and you leverage them to get you even more women and to get you access to higher quality people. And that will save you tremendous time in the process. You can get free tables, you can organize events, you can get access to prestigious venues, you can infiltrate some higher level social circles, and much, much more when you master this. And we're going to teach you this. And then online presence. They know how to leverage their online presence. And nowadays, you need to have a cool online presence. And I'm going to teach you how to. Platforms like Instagram, they've replaced business cards. Now it's the new way of connecting with people, with women or with other men. And it's like in business. Look at this business, Toys R Us. They became bankrupt because they didn't adapt to their environment. They stayed, with mainstream stores, physical stores. They didn't adapt to online, and they didn't transition the right way. And now they're out of the market. And it's the same thing, it's natural selection. Either you adapt or you're out. And with my Instagram profile only, I get at least 3 new dates every single week, and that's one communication channel. Now I have other communication channels. I have my social circle. I go out sometimes. In my daily life, I approach women too. But, only with that, I can get, 3 new dates easily every week. And even for my personal brand, I've been able to leverage Instagram to connect with other influencers, other authorities in my niche. I've been able to record some amazing podcasts on my podcast called The Limo Show. And I'll show you exactly how to do the same thing with minimal effort and time. You don't have to put, hours into this. You can just put a couple minutes a day and you'll get the results. And the third thing is elite networking. That's the third component that, playboys leverage. All great minds have surrounded themselves with other A players. Look at Benjamin Franklin. He founded a club back in the day called the Chunto Club. And that was actually a club dedicated to, reunite, other like-minded people and just come up with ideas and plot some new strategies and business plans. And, they made they created a lot of wealth for themselves and a lot of abundance for themselves, because that's how wealth is created, by, having multiple smart people in the same room. And over the years, I was delighted to discover that most men who came up to work with me were actually some of the most dedicated and sophisticated men in the entire community. After more than half a decade of making these valuable connections all over the world, I decided that it was time and it was my duty to just tie up this global network together. And that's why I created The Circle. That's actually why the brand is called Higher Self Circle. It's because it's a circle of men. It's a playboy network. And that's where we all gather. We talk about everything from money, stocks, crypto, fitness, lifestyle, everything. And that's really valuable, It became a thriving community of men that are aggressively pushing, towards attaining their goals. There are many entrepreneurs, many engineers, many finance guys, many businessmen. And, we just don't spend time with losers. And having a strong circle of men will increase your motivation, increase your dedication, increase your action taking, and most importantly, increase your results to unbelievable levels. Now, what are the two biggest mistakes 99% of men are making when it comes to attracting high quality women? Well, the first one is showing vulnerability and weakness. The first big mistakes that I see is that most men are trying to, share their weaknesses with women, appear vulnerable, and that's just some mainstream bullshit that, mainstream media have tried to tell you, just be yourself, be vulnerable, show weaknesses, and that's just, some Hollywood bullshit that they've tried to feed you. That's why there's so many nice guys. Most guys, they're too politically correct. They're too nice. And here's the thing, women despise vulnerability. A woman wants to enter your world. She wants to feel your strength as a man. She wants to submit to your lead. And if you're not that leader, if you're not dominant and strong, then she's gonna go away. And women want to be with men that they respect. They don't care about your struggles. They don't care, they don't care about your complaints. They hang out at the finish line and they pick the winners. That's it. Now, the second mistake that most men are making is that they don't have a buyer's frame, which means that, they never qualify or disqualify women. The average guy walks up to a woman with the mindset of like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna, audition myself and see if she likes me. I hope she likes me. And that guy goes up and tries to sell his qualities, trying to sell himself, show her his resume and hopes that he'll get selected. Instead, playboys qualify women to see if they're the right fit. They become the buyer instead of the seller. They think so highly of themselves that they can't allow just any woman to come into their life. They're very selective. They know who they truly want and they get it, and they disqualify all the other people that doesn't fit that mold. Now, let's get into business. What is the proven system to attract and date at least 3+ high quality women every single month consistently? Well, I've spent the past 5+ years helping individuals all over the world from all backgrounds build their own dream dating life. And really the two main things that will block you from having an elite dating life are a lack of systems and a lack of accountability. And once you know what to do, once you know how to do it, and if you have the accountability to actually go do it, then success is pretty much guaranteed. And the best part is that you'll be able to focus, more time and energy into your other goals. And here's Philip. He's from Germany. And before working with us, he was overweight. He was unable to attract the woman he liked. He was employed, full-time as a busy chief financial officer. And before starting to work with us, he was lost. He didn't know what to do. He didn't date any woman. And after a couple of weeks, after taking a lot of actions and, just getting feedback, he started dating, 4, 5, even 6 high quality women every single month. And he actually started his own real estate company on the side. Plus, he also lost significant weight. So what made Philip's transformation so effective? Well, the first thing is mental reprogramming. So we spent the first few weeks really working on rewiring his default neural pathways and rewiring how he sees himself and who he truly is. And we started building that strong, unshakable frame that would give him, the discipline, the courage, the strength to really go out and crush it with women and in life. And that's one of the things we're really world-class at. And the second thing is proven systems and practices. We gave Philip a proven system to meet, attract, and date the most beautiful women in all communication channels, whether online, offline, everywhere, so that he could have the confidence and the structure to really make that happen. And the third thing that made this transformation so effective is the feedback and the accountability. We give each of our clients, consistent feedback and iteration. And that makes them better themselves week after week and creates better results because they actually have someone to talk to and they have someone that can pinpoint to them what they did wrong and what they should do instead. And what you have to understand is that this is not just about dating. Once you start improving one big pillar of your life, let's say relationships, that starts to rub off on other parts of your life, like your health, your finances, your purpose. And that creates a holistic effect where all your life gets improved significantly in all areas. In the end, and I've said this so many times, dating is just communication psychology, and economics. Economics meaning like managing your time, managing your resources. And if you increase your communication by only 10%, you would easily double your income. Because if you're able to influence beautiful women to sleep with you consistently, then you're pretty much going to be able to influence business partners, bankers, friends, and you'll have the charisma to seduce other powerful men into mutually lucrative business partnerships as well. And in order to have a thriving dating life and an abundant lifestyle, you need to have multiple systems working together as a whole. You can't just learn attraction skills and the verbal skills. You have to learn also purpose, meaning, character. You have to also improve your body, improve your health, improve your performance in other areas. This is a holistic thing. You have to become full stack. There's this myth that, if you only learn the lines, the attraction skills, then you'll have all the girls. But that's completely wrong. You can't just learn attraction skills without learning and improving other aspects of yourself. The 1% men, they have everything in check. They have their purpose in check, they have their charisma, their body in check, seduction, frame, online presence, lifestyle, everything has to come together to create a whole. And we've replicated the same process with hundreds of other men around the world. And we had some of the most insane results in the entire industry. All our clients, after a couple weeks, they get date after date after date. And not only that, they get more money, they get promotions at their jobs. And it's just insane. And here's David. He slept with one of the most beautiful women he has been with just after 4 weeks of working together. And really, if you don't have an actual step-by-step system to get there, you're never going to get there. So now you're probably thinking, so how can you get these systems? How can you actually attract and date and sleep with 3 or more high-quality women while building your dream lifestyle? So here's how the process works. Basically, all you have to do right now is click the button below and apply to book a call with me. Then, what we're going to be doing is, if you're the right fit, we're going to be discussing together a custom strategy and a game plan during the call to really get you from where you're at, from your current situation, to your desired situation, and that in the shortest amount of time possible. And, at the end of the call, if we're the right fit, you're going to have to make a decision, whether you want to be part of our program, part of what we do, or not. And if not, no problem, no hard feelings. So who is this for? Well, number one, this is for entrepreneurs or high-level professionals who are already successful in other parts of their lives, but they want to take their dating life to the next level. And they want to do that without wasting much time. They don't want to go out for hours, approaching women at the mall. They don't want to reset their dating account for the 5th time and do 100 pictures. They don't want to do that. They want to do this efficiently and thoroughly and have the right systems. And they want to take it to the next level. So the second type of men that we like to work with are men who are already ambitious and working on themselves. So perhaps they went to graduate school, perhaps they're doing some kind of athletic endeavor, perhaps they're musicians. And these men, they've already learned how to learn something. They already know what it takes to learn a skill. So then it's extremely easy for us to transfer that ambition, that drive into dating. Now the third type of man that we like to work with is men who got out of a long-term relationship or marriage, men who went through a divorce or something, men who want to recreate themselves and recreate that abundant dating life, okay? So who is this not for? Well, this is not for men who are looking for a magic pill without putting any effort, any work, this is not for men looking for a quick trick or a quick technique, okay? We don't want you. This is not also for men who want to rely on pickup lines or manipulation techniques for the rest of their lives. Men who don't want to truly change themselves. And this is also not for men who don't value themselves to invest in themselves. We want to work with people who understand that if they want to get great results, they have to invest in great mentors. And this is not for men who don't want to put some skin in the game. And the better the fit, the better the results. And making sure we're a good fit is crucial for us. We only want win-wins. Now, either way, whether you decide to work with us or not, you're going to receive an insane amount of value from the strategy session. You're going to walk away from it with really some deep clarity about what you have to achieve and how to get there. And this is going to be a personal, tailored, one-on-one strategy session with you and me. And this is really where we start working together to figure out, how to make this happen in the shortest amount of time. So really take advantage of that opportunity. And here's a quick warning. We've had over 50 men who applied for the program in the last 30 days. And we can only take a few. We're not gonna work with just anybody. We want this to be personalized. We want this to, we want you to get some great accountability and great support. So this is not going to be a mainstream program. So now if you're serious and you truly want to get there, you truly want to attract some of the most beautiful women in your city and all over the world, you truly want to have that lifestyle of freedom, of abundance, then I want you to click the button below and apply now to see if you qualify, okay? Because this call is going to change your life forever, okay? And we only get so many decades. Now it's 2021 already. The first 2 decades of life, what do? We learn how to talk, how to walk, we go to school a little bit, and that's just it. But then the true decades that matter are your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. That's when you're building. That's when you become who you truly are. That's when you can maximize your potential. So if you're in your 20s, if you're in your 30s, if you're in your 40s, that's the time. That's really the time. So if you had the chance to land on a video like this, to actually watch this till the end, if you have the dedication and the seriousness to do that, then it's probably a sign. It's probably a sign that you're made to have that life. You're made to rank in the top 1%. So I want you to click the button below and apply right now, and let's change your life. Okay? There's not a better time to do this. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is today. Okay? It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what's your story. It doesn't matter what happened to you. It doesn't matter anything. You can't change your situation. I've seen everything. I've seen men go from being a virgin in their 30s and getting a couple dates just after working with us, and actually now having girlfriends and traveling the world. So everything is possible when you believe it and you actually put yourself out there. So really 80% of success is showing up for your success. So click the button below and apply and show up at the call, and we're going to change your life. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you very soon.